Hi, I'm Jolie from Jolie of Craft, and today I want to talk to you all about lifelines. Lifelines are a valuable asset, especially when knitting complicated or easily distracting patterns. They hold your knitting on a row of choice, so if and when you decide to rip your work back, the lifeline will catch it. It's simple, it's easy, it's one of my favorite ways of making sure my work is safe and caught, and here is how we do it. So what exactly are lifelines? Well, there are pieces of yarn. Although some people like to use crochet cotton, but I just use yarn, that you thread through the live stitches of your work in order to hold them. People use them for different reasons, whether they're cabling or, in this case, I have seed stitch, right? So for example, with this, seed stitch can be very easily done improperly, and when done so, it actually sticks out like a sore thumb. Right, so anyone who knows a seed stitch, you knit the purls and you purl the knits. But sometimes if you were to knit the knits or purl, it'll be like, boom, it'll be really obvious. So some people use them, right, like here, like, okay, I've knitted this part. I don't want to end up compromising that knitted part, so I'm going to make a little lifeline. It's like a safety net, right? So if you do mess up and you want to go back, you can unravel all of that, and this lifeline will catch it. Another reason that someone might use it if they're using a complicated lace pattern or they're knitting socks for the first time, knitting something for the first time, and they pass a certain part. So if, say again, going back to socks, you're knitting toe-up socks. You finish the toe, you finish the foot, and you're on the heel. And you're not sure if the heel's going to fit. You're not sure if the heel pattern that you're using is to your liking. You don't want to have to mess up and have to figure out where's the row that you started that heel. So you know what you do? Again, toe, foot, and then you add that lifeline. So if you mess up the heel, you're like, oh, I don't like this. You do a gusset you don't like, you rip it all off, and you go back to that lifeline. It'll catch it, and then you pick up those stitches. You don't have to worry about sacrificing the piece from that point down. There's a safety line there, like a safety net. All right. So with that said, I'm going to show you guys how to do it, and it's actually really easy. I've got some yarn on a tapestry needle. I think I've had this for a while. I think it's a clover, and I love it because it's got that tip pointing upwards, so when you strand it, it just sticks out and it's easier, right? So what you do, you go in, and you're just going to thread all those stitches. You're not going to thread them and take them off. You're actually going to thread it through the work. So I'm doing 2 at a time here. A little awkward, I'm trying to do it for you guys. Actually, I'll just turn it. Makes it easier for me. I usually thread it like this. So yeah, we're going to just thread it through all those live stitches. And now those stitches are caught. They're not going anywhere. Unless you pull them off on the sides of the needles, then yeah, but for the most part, even still, oops, what'd I do? Did I pull the wrong, yeah, I grabbed the end, sorry. Mistakes happen. I'm not going to edit that out. I'm human. So, yeah, make sure you continue with the right end. And we're just going to thread all those live stitches. So now that we've done that, right, all you got to do, make sure that it's down at the bottom. Yeah, you just knit, right? So this is a knit, right? So here's purl, knit, purl, so I'm just going to knit, and I'll do a little bit, not a lot, but all you got to do is just keep on knitting, ignoring that live thread. That's not going to get in your way. If you want to tug it to keep it nice and tight, you can do so by all means, but it will not get in your way. You will not be sacrificing your work, and now you're going to look at it going, it doesn't look right. Well, that live stitch, that live thread, as long as you push it down, right? It might go up here, you just push it down, and then you knit, right? And you're going to knit across. Now let's say, oh no, I messed up. Well, guess what? Right? Take this off, and you just pull on that yarn. And if I really wanted to, I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to go all the way down there. So, oh no, rip, 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 rip. Oh God, breaks the heart, doesn't it? Having to rip your work. But, it's not going anywhere. That lifeline has caught it. So now, we just grab our needle. So exciting. And you're going to go in there, And you're going to pick up, see I picked up that first stitch, and wherever you see a loop, you just pick it up. You know, after 10 years of knitting, I still use Lifelines because sometimes it is better to be safe than sorry. That's a little split. That's fine. You just slide it on, and you go all the way across, and you pick up those stitches. Is this great for beginners? You know, if you're learning how to knit and you're finally doing your first project, second project, third project, and you feel uncomfortable, you're like, oh, I've knitted, you know, this piece till now. What if I mess up? Maybe you're not as comfortable with undoing the stitches. Maybe you don't want to undo all those stitches by hand. Lifelines are great. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's all there is to it. Lifelines, they are awesome, as you can see. Well, thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, hit that like button, leave a comment below, let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't so you can stay notified of when I post new videos. I post new videos every Wednesday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until next time, happy crafting.